After arriving at the lodge, doing some unpacking and setting up equipment, it's only left us a short time to fish on the first day. So after a delicious supper, Ted took me out on the main lake, not too far from the lodge, to try some topwater fishing. Conditions were calm and perfect for using surface poppers. When using a popper, you must cast out, let the fly settle, and allow the ripples to subside. Often, this is when a bass will hit. Then you impart a jerking motion on your rod tip to make the fly pop on the surface of the water. This action imitates a frog or any small animal struggling to swim to safety. When bass are eating poppers, the strikes can be fierce and explosive.
Oh, nice fish, Colin.
Well done, Ted.
You know what it was there? It was a real slow presentation. I actually let it sit for like 5 seconds. He came right up.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Whoa. There we go. I think we're going to need a net on this one, Colin.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, good job. Thanks.
You do the honors. Nice thick one.
That's what we're looking for.
And he took a green and yellow popper.
Sure did.
It's fairly small, isn't it? You're not using a large popper.
I want to try smaller. I like to go smaller sometimes, especially if the fish are a little finicky. That helps a little bit with the presentation. All right. That'll work.
So your fly is about half the size of mine.
Yeah, a little smaller.
Yeah, but yellow, a little bit of green, and something I think that's really important is having the rubber legs on there a lot of times.
I like that because
vibrate.
it gives a little action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it looks like a dragonfly, just something vibrating in the surface, but real important.
Yep.
Let's get another one, buddy.
Let's get some more. So Colin, one of the mistakes that we all make, actually including myself, is sometimes we don't give the fly a chance to really work its magic, especially in a really good fishery where you know the fish are there and it's clear water. You got to give it a chance to just kind of sit, let the fish assess if they're going to take the fly or not, and don't work it too fast. If you notice the first 10 minutes we were fishing, we didn't catch a bite, but we were really working it too fast. But the last 2 fish we caught, it was nice slow presentation. We let it sit, and as soon as we let it sit, the bass came up and nailed it. So that really lets you know that you're fishing a little bit too fast. You just need to take a step back and slow it down a little bit.
So is there a methodical approach you take to working islands like this, Ted?
Well, we're going to go all the way around, and I would cast in shallow, but there's a huge drop. You'll see it as we get closer. They were killing it there earlier, right on that drop, so I'm assuming that the bass are going to come up a little shallower this evening and see if we can't pop 1 or 2.
There you go. That was a nice slurp. Feels pretty good. Oh yeah.
That'll work. Need the net?
I think I can handle this one.
All right.
So I switched colors, and that made a difference, Ted.
Yeah, second cast, boom.
Yeah. Had a black fly on. Switched to a brighter color. Oh, and
Catch and release.
catch and release. But I switched to a lighter color, and that made a difference.
So up here we have a bunch of lakes. Most of them are really clear though. So I find because it's crystal clear, a longer leader is going to give you a more stealthy approach. Sometimes even we'll go fluoro if we have to on a really bright sunny day. So you want to give yourself a fighting chance. The last thing you want to do is spook a fish. There you go.
Just look at it.
Yep, but right on that tree.
Yeah, right in that tree, just like you said, and letting it sit. Just like you said, Ted. There we go.
Totally sitting again.
No, totally sitting. You gotta let it sit. Yeah. They're really not super aggressive yet.
Nope. I don't even think you were looking at your fly there.
No, I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't.
Yeah.
But, so very true. And even though we're catching some small ones, we got one big one. these fish tonight are not really heavy-duty aggressive yet. Because I've been here with you before, Ted, and the fly barely hits the water and they're on it. And then gently let them go. There's the talon mark right there and right there. I want to take his food. Ted, we come out here this morning. What can we expect? What's the lake situation? What's the weather been? Where are we at with the bass fishing here on Hawk Lake?
We're calling some real warm weather the past week, but this little cold front has come in and we've kind of gotten back to normal June temperatures, which is cooler evenings and certainly cooler mornings. So the water temperature has dropped a good 4 or 5 degrees, and it's cloudy today, so we're gonna see if the fish are up. The warmer it gets, the deeper they're gonna get. So I think the good call will be to start with a little top water, see where they're at, and if we have to go subsurface, we'll go right down after them.
There he goes, took it. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You don't see them till they're in that last foot of the take. But exactly where you said he would be, Ted, on the dark edge. You can see the line there, the rocks, then go up on top of the flat, do a little feeding, and then come back up. Oh, he's coughing up minnows. A lot of places, this would be a big fish. And here, this is a little fish. Look how healthy this one is. So let's put that like that, get him calm down. There we go. I should just pop out, there it is. Nice healthy fish. There we go. Beautiful.
When fishing for bass, structure is key, especially if the structure is adjacent to deeper water. Bass like deep water, as it provides important security for them from predators. Structure you should pay attention to is rocky shorelines, shoals, fallen trees, weed beds, beaver lodges, or anything that will provide cover for ambushing prey. Hawk Lake is blessed with non-stop structure of this kind.
There you go.
What'd you say? Slow, very slow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the enthusiasm of this little guy. But they're sitting right on that drop, Colin.
The one thing he noticed over the last few days, probably related to the heat, is that the fish were not really super aggressive, and that the best thing for us to do, throw the popper out, let the rings dissipate, give it a pop, let it sit. And it's really hard, especially when you're all juiced up like we are right now, first thing in the morning, had a good breakfast, caffeine, and we're all pumped, but it's the worst thing to do. We gotta let these fish come up, look at the fly, and then take it.
Especially in clear water. You can see them coming in slow motion and you want to set that hook, but you got to slow down.
Oh, that's a nice fish. See that head come up? Oh, that was a wonderful take.
You were ready for him that time.
I was. And you know, what's interesting, Ted, you were just saying this, that, oh, that's a bigger fish.
Oh, yeah.
So we got this sheer cliff behind us, or in front of us, excuse me, and they're basically little cuts, and they're like apartment buildings, and the bass will tuck right in against these dark crevices, and that's why you got to cast right into them, because they won't come out 3 feet, 2 feet. There we go. All right.
Now we're going in the right direction. Nice fish, buddy.
Oh yeah, what a wonderful take. Just came up there and
That was great.
but they're sitting there because things will fall down off these cliffs, grasshoppers, June bugs, all types of stuff. That's a nice fish.
Well, just because it's deep doesn't mean the fish aren't there. If the fish are there and actively feeding, as we've just seen the last 2 or 3 fish, they're going to come up from pretty deep water to nail whatever you're going to present them. And Contrary to what a lot of people think, flat calm, it looks nice, little popper, top water action. I found just the opposite. A little light chop will hide your approach, make it a little more stealthy. Good
There
fish.
you go.
It's a good fish.
Good job, Ted. Oh yeah, that's a monster. Well done. Oh, let me get the net.
And that was a real slow take. He just came up and sipped it like a little trout.
Just get his head up. And when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Got him.
All righty.
Give me 5, my man.
That was great.
Well done.
Oh, what a fun take. The cool thing is you called your shot like, Ted, there's a fish over there. Okay.
This must be, I had a fish swirl underneath mine. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Oh, look at the belly. Feeding well, feeding well.
Love it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, how about that? Just a little male. Oh, nice take. Wow. I just put the fly out, just made the cast. I hadn't even had a chance to pop it. And the water's so clear here on the main lake, Hawk Lake, oh yeah, that you can see down 8 feet, no problem. So I'm trying to spot the fish, but that was excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I don't want to break the tippet here. Got 8-pound tippet. Usually I use a little heavier, using 10 up to 12, but the water's so clear, I just don't want to spook these fish. Oh, it's a nice one. Nice, heavy. There we go. Bring him in. A little bit of a mark, and you can see how the belly. Let me just get this hook out. Just cut the corner of the mouth. There we go. Comes out easily. You can see how the belly flat. It's already spawned out. Just put this colors. Wow. Well, it's that sad time and all great fishing trips have to come to an end. And I'll tell you, I had a wonderful time here at Hawk Lake Lodge. I want to thank Ted and Virginia Putnam for having us here. They're great hosts, and we love coming here. That's why we keep coming back again and again.
Hi, I'm Tom Rosenbauer. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this and you want to see more, subscribe and you can get all our weekly uploads.